It's Evelyn Ackah here from Ackah Business Immigration Law, and we're doing our LinkedIn Live, focusing today on the main pathways to immigrate and thrive in Canada. We get asked a lot by people how to come to Canada, what are the main ways to immigrate, and what do you recommend? And I'm going to just give you a very high level overview of what your options are depending on where you're coming from. So obviously, we always talk about the first way to get to Canada is by finding employment. And if you are coming from a company that might have a Canadian entity and you're working abroad, obviously the easiest way would be the intercompany transfer. If your employer was willing to transfer you from the location you're living in and working in to the Canadian operation, so long as you've been with the company for at least 12 months in a specialized knowledge or managerial position. So that's the intercompany transfer. Another way to come to Canada would be under the school option. And sometimes we recommend this to people even in their 50s, 60s, and I think occasionally I've even recommended it for people in their 70s. And the benefit is they can be accepted into a school program. And then once they get that acceptance and can show that they can support themselves and pay for school and housing and living expenses, they're likely able to get a study permit that allows them to come to Canada. Once you're here in Canada attending school full time as per the requirements of the program, then you're also able to work now full time while you're in school. And then there's the postgraduate options that will lead you to permanent residence. That is the study stream. Another pathway to Canada, I would say, is employment that's not based on intercompany transfer, but rather it's the labor market impact assessment. If you're able to show that you have gotten an employer in Canada that is willing to provide you with an LMIA so that you can join them and work for their organization because they cannot find Canadians that want to work or that are able to do the job that they need, then you're able to come to Canada and get an LMIA work permit and work for that employer that sponsored you for at least 2 to 3 years. And in that time, again, you can use the LMIA points towards express entry, permanent residence, under the Canadian Experience class stream, or you can also look at the provincial nomination programs to be able to become a permanent resident of Canada. Another pathway to immigrate to Canada will be obviously the express entry federal skilled worker stream, so long as you have the necessary points. It's been quite high, almost 500 points or more lately. And so you need to have lots of education. You need to be young. You need to have lots of work experience. But if you meet the criteria for express entry federal skilled worker, you and your family can move to Canada directly as immigrants to Canada. Another stream or pathway to Canada I would talk about today is the spousal sponsorship. If you have a common law or spousal married spouse that you qualify to sponsor and you're separated, you can sponsor them to come to Canada to join you as a permanent resident. And that process, it takes about a year to year and a half. The Canadian government just announced that they now have the ability to issue work permits for out of Canada permanent residence applications as well. So this is really great. It means that people can come as workers while their PR application is in process. So those are the main streams I just want to talk about. There'll be more I'm going to discuss. So again, let's review: intercompany transfer, labor market impact assessment, work permit, study permit, spousal sponsorship or common law. Another way is if you wanted to invest in Canada, invest in a business and be an entrepreneur, there are a number of different investment and entrepreneur streams, depending on the province you're in and where you want to live and the business you do, to see if you can move to Canada by way of investment. In addition, there's also the startup visa category. So if you're interested in developing an innovative company of some sort, this might be the option for you to come to Canada as a permanent resident and develop and grow your business. As you can see from this quick overview of the main pathways to immigrate and thrive in Canada, there are many, many ways to get to Canada successfully and to become a successful immigrant. If you would like to speak with me to learn more about what may be your best option, what would work for you, please do contact us at the numbers above. We also have a WhatsApp number, our main office number, a 1-800 number, and email, so that we can see how we can help you by doing a consultation. I hope this has been helpful and informative. Again, we look forward to helping you move to Canada and create your immigration dreams. Take care. Bye-bye.